To the east of the Marble Mountains, Scott Range, and Trinity Alps area is another whole region with a great reputation for trout fishing. And there's a landmark you won't miss that signals the start of this region, Mount Shasta. For it's here in the shadow of this somewhat mysterious mountain that the great Sacramento River begins to form. Most people think of the Sacramento River as that wide and deep body of water that heads down from Redding and eventually dumps into the Delta on its way to San Francisco Bay. But north of Shasta Lake, the upper Sacramento has been described as just a trout stream. But what a trout stream indeed. The upper Sacramento is world famous for its scrappy and hefty rainbow trout, but there are also wily browns and even some delicate brook trout here also. The upper Sacramento originates in Lake Siskiyou, in itself a good lake trout fishery, and incidentally, one of the few recreational-only lakes in this part of the state. From the Box Canyon Dam, just below Lake Siskiyou, to Shasta Lake, the upper Sacramento is paralleled by the Southern Pacific Railroad and Interstate 5. Streamside access is easy and plentiful. Just take one of the many frontage roads off I-5. Better yet, stop in the old railroad town of Dunsmuir and pick up a fishing map from the Chamber of Commerce. Or you can get the latest stream info as well as tackle here at the Dunsmuir Hardware in the middle of downtown. Another great place to swap fishing tips is at the Fay Fly Shop on Dunsmuir Avenue at the north end of town. Ted Fay was a legend in these parts. Even in his 70s, he could be seen wading this fast-moving water. When Ted passed away in 1983, Joe Kimsey and his partner Jim Murray took over Ted's shop. Both of these guides now carry on the tradition of short-line, fast pocket water fishing. Joe Kimsey grew up in nearby McLeod and has lived in Dunsmuir since 1943. Joe showed us a technique that's ideal for beginning fly rodders, which doesn't require long, delicate casting. A lot of bait anglers fish the upper Sacramento, and Joe was quick to offer some good advice for them, too.
The best bait in the whole damn river, excuse the French, is your case worms, your caddis larvae that's on your, look like your little rock cases on the side of your rocks. You break that case open and get that worm out of there. And if I was a bait and a spin fisherman, that's all I'd ever use in this river. Best time of year really is right off your, soon as your winter snow melt is gone in the spring, where your high water, your bad water is gone, which is usually anywhere from the last part of May till the first part of June. But as soon as that, you can look around and see the tops of the hills around here losing most of their snow. Well, then it's just about the right time of year. The fall of the year, once the first frost comes, your leaves start turning, and again you get what you call a big caddis hatch. That critter's, maybe 2 inches long. It looks like these great big double-bladed helicopters, and that's what I call them, is helicopters. And it represents your big caddis hatches in the fall of the year, last part of October the last part of September into October. The fish in the spring, your black spent wing, and that's on your end fly. Then your crow fly and this black woolly worm for the spring of the year. And actually that crow fly is a good fly all year long. Dry flies, what I was using just a little while ago is your orange humpy in number 10 or 12, your yellow humpy, same size, your Adams, light Cahill, and mosquito, about your 4 general all-around flies. Well, in this fast water like this stretch here, 10-foot leader is maximum. You wouldn't have to use anything any longer than that because you don't need it. A lot of times, like fishing up the river a little while ago, you got 90% of your leader out of the water anyhow, and you don't have to have more leader in it like that. And the only place you might want to lay out is in a slick pool or something like that. You may want to use a little longer leader, but I really don't think it makes that much difference. And again, people shy away from using orange, fluorescent orange or ivy-colored line because they think the line will spook the fish. it maybe will if you lay out 50 foot to start off with and not fish the water that's right here 5, 10, 15 foot in front of you where you should have started fishing anyway. So by the time you get out there 25, 30, 35, 40, maybe 50 feet, it doesn't make that much difference because you've already fished that water. And either there's, if you don't catch anything, there's either nobody home or they don't like what you got. We're just going to start fishing upstream in all these little pockets. It's perfect whitewater, riffle type, pocket water type fishing. And again, you're going to start right close here to you, hit these pockets right in here close to you. And whoops, I hit a hit right there, missed him. And that's one of the fallacies that people make, is not fishing the water close to them first. But see, basically all we're doing is just popping these little potholes right in here close to us like this. You don't need over 3 or 4 feet of line plus your leader. There he is. Got him right in the snot locker. See, sometimes you can just get a hold of them like that, and then see it stable, it paralyzes them enough that they'll just kind of go dormant for a while, and they're a lot easier to release that way and get the fly up.